Hi there. I'm so glad that you're here. This is February 13th, and we're going to be talking emotions for all the things, for caregivers, for moms, for dads, for people that are taking care of other people, whether, and that's in all different realms. So I'm going to share my screen, and I have this presentation put together for you. So I'm going to do that. See here, where is the rest of my, oh, there it is. All right, get back to the beginning, and I'm going to move you over there, and here we go. Okay, so this is these are the people that are my why, and why I am here today talking to you about resources for caregivers, because I am a caregiver, and I have been a caregiver now for 23 years. My daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy and has a very significant type of epilepsy, and she has suffered tens of thousands of seizures. And essential oils have impacted me in such an amazing way to support myself as a mom, as a caregiver, as a person that is taking care of this really, really special individual. So we are going to be talking about all those things. This is my family, minus my younger daughter. This is Megan, and this is my husband, Kurt. And they are the reason that I'm here today. So if you're a caregiver out there in whatever form that is, you could be taking care of a young person, you could be taking care of someone with a medical challenge or intellectual challenge, a mental health challenge. You could be taking care of your parents. You could be a mom, like mom and dads are caregivers too, because they're taking care of their kids. You could be a caregiver for someone else that's special. And so you guys are really superhumans. And I love this statement, in comfortable clothes, right? Not everyone knows the hero that you are, that what you've done, what you carry, and what you're doing every single day, day in, day out. Some people are doing it for 24/7, doing it for long, long hours of the day. So a lot of caregiving statistics, just so many people are impacted by being a caregiver, and that number is increasing exponentially. And 1 in 5 Americans are family caregivers. So it also states that as a caregiver, it's very stressful, and it's not hard to imagine that caregivers start to have health problems. And so we want to do things as proactively as possible. A lot of people are taking care of people with Alzheimer's. There's a lot more autism happening. The statistics are increasing with that. We have to coordinate care. There's people that are really suffering with their own health, being a caregiver. They go across all the generations, and a lot of people, like 60%, are working still. So they're juggling all of that. And it's really increased significantly. The top of the screen there talks about nearly one in 5 are providing unpaid care to an adult with a health or functional needs issue. Okay. So we've heard this before, right? Put on your oxygen mask first. First take care of yourself and then the next person. But I can honestly say that when my daughter was first diagnosed with epilepsy, I was the last person I took care of. And it was a dear friend that actually pointed that out, that I needed to get a haircut. I mean, these are things that you really lose track of when you're in crisis, or when you're really dealing with a lot of different types of challenges. There's so many people suffering with people being sick in their families, and supporting someone in some way. So like, how do you take care of yourself? What do you do for yourself? And I think that that's something that you have to really think about. I know for me, I always think I'm taking care of myself, but I realize like the world, how it functions, that I'm not really, I really don't do the same things as my peers that don't have someone that they take care of. So, that we're going to be talking about some of those things, but I want you to be thinking about that as we're going through this presentation. So if you haven't ever seen this grief cycle, this was pretty impactful for me. Prior to my life as a caregiver, and as a person that is teaching and selling about essential oils with doTERRA, I actually was an occupational therapist, and I worked in brain injury for about 20 years. And the grief cycle was something that was in schooling for me. And I had the distinct pleasure in talking to the person that actually came up with the grief cycle. This was Dr. Kubler-Ross. You can look her up. She's the one that actually wrote a book on this back in the early, I think it was the 60s or the 70s, 60s or 70s. And she came up with this cycle of all these different things, this circle, this denial, anger, depression, bargaining, and acceptance. And at the time, it was believed that it was the person that was taking care of that person that was going through this cycle. But more so now, we actually know that the person that's actually receiving the care also goes through the grief cycle, and everyone goes through it differently. Okay, so you don't always go through all the stages. You might find yourself stuck in a stage. You may find yourself jump over a stage, and you may find yourself coming back to it occasionally. Things will trigger it. And there's really no like right way, right? I mean, grief is grief. Everything is so individual, and there's no timetable for grief. It's a process. You have to do it yourself. No one can, I mean, yeah, people can help you through it as talking to people and grief counselors and things like that. But really, you have to do that work inside and how you're going to handle it. So that's the grief cycle. Emotions are very strong. And you think about a tree, and the roots and how like strong it has to be. And all these different motions also can get very, very strong. And so we have to be very mindful in how we are going to be able to support ourselves when we deal with really difficult emotions. And it's a little bit unsettling. So we're going to talk about some essential oils to kind of pair with some of the emotions that was just stated in that last slide. So looking at, this is a great one to take a snapshot of, if you like, screenshot. These are a lot of really great oils. You may or may not have oils into your home right now. And we're going to talk a little bit about if you want to get them into your home. But just take a shot of this one so you have it. And you can kind of see that in the different areas, there's different types of oils that are going to support you. And what's amazing about essential oils is that they can be used for so many other things. So it's not like you have to get every single oil. You can get a variety of oils, and you're going to find each of those oils are going to be able to support you in various ways. So denial, you have vetiver, which is great for sleep, but it's also great for denial. Helichrysum, balance, jasmine, juniper berry, all of those are really great oils. They're all very grounding. Jasmine is very floral, and it has a lot of calming oils in it. For anger, you can see what's on the screen there. There's some fir oils in there. There's some other emotional type of rollers and oils. Cardamom, that always surprises me. I mean, you always think of cardamom like in teas and things like that. Depression, you're going to have a lot of more citrus oils. You have the adaptive, the elevation, wild orange. Bergamot is like the male version of lavender. If you don't like lavender, usually you like bergamot. Bargaining, you have some of your calming oils like lavender and adaptive, peace, and then acceptance is going to be a lot of your florals like rose, ylang ylang, jasmine. Okay, so those are some nice ones to keep in mind. Now, if you don't know much about essential oils, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about like, how is it? Is there, I mean, is this just kind of crazy, but can you really change your mood with essential oils? And the answer is yes. So when you inhale oil, okay, I'm just going to grab one here. I have like a whole bunch of them right next to my screen here. This is adaptive. We're going to be talking about that tonight. When you bring it in, when you breathe it in and inhale, it's going to go right up to this area here, which is your olfactory bulb. And the olfactory bulb is going to take that in. It's going to go to your limbic system, which is in the middle part of your brain. And then it's going to kind of go to your entire brain. And it can actually, it gets into your body in about 20 seconds. Every cell of your body in about 20 minutes. So it most definitely can change your mood, and it can affect your body in a very, very big way. And that's how it's really impacted me. There's a lot of oils that I'm going to be sharing that I use. And by all means, you don't have to get all of them. That's what's so cool about it. But as you start experimenting, you find these oils, and you're just, you know, they just really give you support. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about stress. We know what stress is. Everyone has it, right? And these are some oils that you can use for stress. And you can take a screenshot of this one. A lot of these are some of the basic oils. Some of them are a little bit more specialized. But these are the ones that you really want to do throughout your day. You can do it in a lot of different ways. You can smell them in. You can diffuse it in a diffuser, which is like kind of like a crock pot. I have mine right here. Okay, it looks like this. This is just one sample of it. And you're going to put water in there, and you're going to put about 5 to 8 drops of an essential oil, and then it's going to diffuse into the air. It's going to clean the air, but it's also going to be able to support you. And smell is like so deep, right? When we smell things in, it gives us emotions. It gives us pleasure. It gives us, boy, that smells good. Oh, that feels really good. Wild orange is a really happy oil. It's very uplifting. That one's really good for people that suffer in the times of the year when we don't have a lot of sun. Balance, I love. That is very grounding. And I'd love to put that on the bottoms of my feet. And adaptive is really good for focus and just calm. And then citrus bloom is one that is just, it smells amazing and it's super positive. So those are all ones that you can, put in just to have some ideas if you decide you want to use them or you have them already. Okay. These are some oils for fear, and you can kind of see what some of those are about. So just calming nerves, giving you courage, giving you trust and nurturing your heart, boosting your confidence and giving you hope, feeling safe, and then releasing patterns and easing tension. Okay. So here's a couple of different ideas that you can use for mood. You can use some oils internally. And how do you know that? On the bottle, it'll say supplement. So let me grab one that you can. So on this frankincense, hopefully you can see that, it says supplement on it. That means you can take it internally, which means you can put that in your body. Okay, so these are the oils that they're talking about here. You can put it in a veggie cap, which is a small little capsule clear that you can open up and then put the oils right inside. Aromatically is the diffuser. Okay, so you can put those oils in the air and it's going to smell amazing and you're going to feel really good. And there's oils that you can just put right on your body, and that's topical. Down on the bottom there, this is a roller ball, and you can make those with fractionated coconut oil and essential oil. And all of these things are things that I can go over with you, and I will teach you when you get started. And these are oils, again, to support a happy mood. A lot of these are citrus oils, okay? And it tells you exactly how to use it. Some of them, there's like 5 of the 6 are citrus. Peppermint is really good because it's very alerting and you can get very focused. Ylang ylang is another really, really wonderful one, and vanilla. I actually like to put vanilla in my coffee in the morning, but I also love it for a mood as well. Okay. So this is one of my favorite essential oil book resources that you can purchase right online. It has a lot of really great things. In fact, I have mine right here, and I'll be going through something, or I might want to do some research on it, and it's going to give you exactly what you need to do. Okay, so you can look up that online and have that for a resource. All right, let's talk a little bit about just routines. I'm going to give you a lot of examples, and everyone has to find their own routine. So, the biggest thing is that we want to take care of ourselves, right? So first few minutes, I get up and I have a prayer a day, and I pray over that prayer. And I also have this book in the bathroom where I'm praying over other people. And so prayer and meditation is very important to me, along with I do an app, the Bible recap app, and it goes through verses and then goes through kind of like a culmination of video, just talking about the verses. Then I like to keep a lot of the oils that are suggested there by my bed, where I put that over my heart. I like to put balance on my feet, especially my big toe, right big toe. And I love rose and magnolia. And I have those right here today because I love the smell of them. And I love to apply these. I like to keep these in my purse as well. So I have some on my nightstand, some in my purse. I like to put things where I'm going to use them. So some of these are in my purse, some of my nightstand, some are in my car. Okay. In the morning, when you take a shower, you could use eucalyptus. That's very relaxing. It feels like you're in a spa, right? And taking care of you with smart self-supplementation like Lifelong Vitality and MetaPower. Okay. And MetaPower we'll be talking about a little bit later. And we have classes if you're interested in that system. That has been also very, very helpful for me. So, just diffusing your happy oils, the ones that you really like, making sure that you're eating really well, fueling your body with good proteins and vegetables and fiber, getting out there and moving your body, and also connecting with people. Connecting if you are in a support group or friends. I was lucky enough back in the early 2000s to meet some pretty incredible women and families that were also going through the same thing that I was going through. And we are incredibly good friends. And we feel like family at this point because they know so much about our kids, and our kids are very alike, but yet very different, and how they age and things like that. But the thing that was amazing about it is that we're walking through this journey together and helping each other. So here's some suggestions for sleep. Sleep is a really big problem. I know for me, I've always been able to sleep really well, but as I'm getting older, I'm going through, some hormonal changes, and now sleep is an issue. But actually, even, earlier than that, I didn't sleep well because my daughter wouldn't sleep well. So sleep was always a factor for me. I had to be ready to get up and be able to do things on a dime. And, you can't really settle your body down when that happens. So sleep is really important. So we have Serenity and some natural soft gels to support some rest. Aroma Touch is really great to put on your shoulders. It's a great, it's our massage blend. And whatever oils that you'd like to diffuse in your bedroom is very calming. And I like to do that about 20 or 30 minutes before I actually get to bed, because you want to be able to sleep for 7 or 8 hours to really like replenish yourself, right? If you have trouble sleeping, these are the oils that you're going to want to screenshot and take advantage of. Again, all of, when I say that these oils, help you, it's still individualized. So what works for one might not work for another, but you try the oils and you can layer oils, meaning you can put them on top of each other. And you want to do this proactively. So those are all oils that I've used. I love to put this on the bottoms of my feet. Frankincense is a great one. These are all calming oils. Peace is really nice. And then of course, lavender. Bergamot is the male version of lavender. So it's more citrusy, and a lot of people that don't like lavender love bergamot. It has the same types of properties. So I'm going to say, give yourself some love. Here's some recipes that you can screenshot. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and there's some great diffuser blends for you to give it a try. If you don't have oils, I definitely help you get all hooked up with that. And these are just some great ones to try. What's great about diffuser recipes and blends is that you can't really mess it up. The only thing that can happen is you don't like it. So then you just throw the water away and you start over, right? So these are some suggestions for Valentine's Day. This is a recipe that I just learned about, and it's called brain dump. And I don't know about you, but some days I just can't like slow my brain down because I have so many decisions to make, or maybe I've made too many and I'm just like, ugh, I need to just like soak. And this is one that I haven't tried yet, but I'm gonna try. These are a little bit more specialized oils. I'm not super crazy about patchouli, but some people absolutely love it. And then you're gonna put Epsom salt. So Epsom salt with any of the oils that you like will just give you so much support in a bath, and just to be able to decompress. And I don't think as caregivers we do that enough. I know I certainly don't. I'll speak for myself, but here's a great recipe for you. Some more DIYs, some bath salts. Frankincense is another really incredible one. Megan actually, I do that with Megan in the bath. It really supports skin, and it supports calming and mood and all the things. We say in the oil world, when in doubt, get Frank out, and frankincense, because the frankincense has so many uses. And then there's a couple other recipes there that you can snapshot and use if you need some head tension ones, some bruise blends, and then some ache and pains. So with stress, we know kind of what to do, right? Get more sleep. If you haven't done mindfulness training, that's a really great one. You can use your essential oils with that. Get out and walk, get out and exercise, or whatever you like to do, whether it's walking, running, or biking, or weight training, or yoga, or anything really, whatever your body likes to do. Unplug. Don't always be on your phone. Don't be connected all the time, right? Go into your own head sometimes and just relax. I'm talking to myself too when I say this, because these are things that I don't do naturally, because I'm always, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing, right? And then eating right. If we don't nourish our body isn't going to be happy. So we have to be proactive with that. It's easy to eat junk. It's easy to stop at the Quick Mart or McDonald's or all the fast food places, but I'll tell you, I don't miss eating that. I can feel the difference when I'm eating really well. So these are my personal routines of what I do. Some of these we've already said. Balance on the bottoms of my feet, morning and night. I like alerting oils in the morning, like Metapower and peppermint and wild orange. I do my Metapower system and the supplements. some of those are my favorite oils: Adaptive, Magnolia, Neroli, Jasmine, and those are all like, I have those in my purse. I have those available for me pretty much all the time. And then I do vetiver and flume, which is frankincense, tea tree, excuse me, frankincense, on guard, oregano, tea tree, and lemon. And you can put that on the bottoms of your feet, and it will really support your immune system. Okay. And then I do Epsom salt baths. I also do some dry brushing with MetaPower. I love to exercise, so I do a lot of those types of things. I use a meditation app called Soul. Is that what it's called? Soul something? I forget now what it's called. Hang on. Soul Space app. And then there's also another one that I have is called Calm, because my favorite actor in Outlander does a sleep story, so I bought it. So whatever it takes, right? And then I'd love to be social. I'd love to be out with family and friends, doing a variety of things. I love planning things and being active and going. And then I pray every day, and I have an active women's ministry Bible study that I'm involved in, and that just, it really supports me. So now we're going to go through just a few oils that just a little bit more into depth. Okay, so adaptive oil number 1 is our mental health line, and it really has impacted a lot of different people. It has a lot of different oils in it, so it's a blend. So it has wild orange. We already talked about what that's for. Lavender, we know, is very calming. Copaiba is at highest concentration of beta caryophyllene. Spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and limbar, which is basically a sap. Okay. And the magnolia, neroli, those are very emotional oils, and they just provide a lot of support. Rosemary is really great for settling, but also really good for focus. So I love adaptive. So that's one of the oils that I like to diffuse. And I also love to use it in my roller ball, which I have right here. Okay. Wild orange, we already talked about this one. There's some diffuser blends and how to use it. You can definitely put it in your water. I love to do that in the mornings. One thing I actually didn't mention is I always have my water bottle, and I actually put MetaPower in there right now, but I also do wild orange or lemon. You can put it in yogurt. It's just really a great oil. I just call it sunshine in a bottle. Balance. We talked about a little bit already, to put on the bottoms of your feet, but it's very grounding. It's really great for massages. You can apply it to your wrists. It's really wonderful at nighttime or when you're really stressed out. And again, when you're in those events, try to be proactive and do it before you get too much. And that's my problem, is I'm speaking to myself because I don't always do that. And then I actually suffer from migraine. So that causes me to have actually a migraine. So I have to like remind myself and put notes around, and sometimes I really miss it. Serenity is our restful blend, and it has some really great, it's a blend of oils, and it has some really great support for sleeping and calming. And it's wonderful to put on the bottoms of your feet or in your diffuser, in an Epsom salt bath. And there is some diffuser blends that you can take a screenshot of. Peppermint is very alerting. It's really great for tension, neck tension. It opens your airway. I love peppermint. It tastes really great. I put a drop of this in my protein with chocolate, and it tastes like chocolate mint. What you can do is get a drop and put it on the top of the roof of your mouth, or just put it in put a drop in your hand. Oops, like this. and then rub it together. Don't get it on your fingertips. And then just breathe in, and it's just going to be alerting. It's going to open up your airways. It's great when you get too warm. Little bugs don't like it, like spiders and mice and all those little pests. You can put it like in a cotton ball. It's really good for scalp. You can use it, you can cook with it, and it's really good for sinuses, right? In fact, just because I have this right here on my hand, I can actually put it right on my nostrils, and it's opening up my sinuses. One thing you have to be careful with peppermint, 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's very strong. So if you get it too close to your eyes, they will water. Nothing's going to happen. If you ever get essential oil in any area that's too spicy, you just get your carrier oil. I use fractionated coconut oil. And then you're just going to put it right in that area. So if it's right, it's just going to kind of diffuse that all. Breathe is our respiratory blend. It's really great for any seasonal threats, great for, breathing challenges. When you have any kind of a respiratory bug, really good to rub on your stomach for that occasional stomach upset. It's very clean smelling. It's also really good for people that have anxiety or anxious feelings. Good to open up your lungs before you work out. It's great for a sinus steamer, anything that for like a stuffy nose. So this is a really good, all these are really great to have on hand. And then these are in our kits and our top 10 kind of starter packs when you get started. And then Deep Blue is the hero, all things discomfort, anything about joints and muscles and ligaments, for growing pains, anything for just, tightness. Before you work out, after you work out, you can layer oils just because you're sitting a lot. You can use it with those really like coughs that hurt your chest. And great for if you are on your feet, if you're a nurse or if you're a healthcare provider or someone that's on their feet a lot, putting them on the bottoms of your feet after your work, after your long days, that will also help as well. And On Guard actually is our hero in our family. It's actually the reason that we got started with doTERRA. And On Guard is the protective blend. So it's going to go to work for you and protect you against all those seasonal threats. And here's some uses to use for it. I love to roll this down my spine and on my feet, especially when I'm traveling and when I'm around people that have all the stuff. And there's some really good recipes for a surface recipe there, and apple slices, really, really yummy, like healthy snack for kids or people. People will go gaga over that. You just slice apples and then you put a few drops, and I usually put it like in water with ice, and it's really cold and fresh, and people love it. And here's some more recipes that you can take a snapshot of making your foaming hand soap, some honey, just to soothe your throat, and then a shower cleaner. Now this is MetaPower, and this has really supported me a lot with my energy, my mood. It's been huge, and my restorative sleep. Really, really helped me with my sugar cravings as well. And it's impacting my migraines, and I love it. And if you want more information about that, you can snap a picture of that that QR code that will take you right to my website where you can take a look at it. But we also have classes that I would love to have you come to, or even a recording of a class. And this is a little bit more about MetaPower and how to do it, what it's going to do for you. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because that's like a whole class in itself. But there's 3 steps. It's the collagen, which is goes in your water. It's a sachet. You do that once a day, and then you take a soft gel or the oil after every meal, and then at your biggest meal, you will take the metabolic assist. And that is pretty much it. And it's really going to help with the things on the right side, reducing your sugar cravings, inhibiting growth of fat cells. Yay! We don't want big, plump fat cells. It's going to help crush the carbs and decrease those glucose spikes. It's going to slow biological aging, and it's going to really help with the blood sugar regulation, and it's going to help you with your metabolism. And I think for me, I hear testimonials about this, and people are having really, really incredible results with it for a lot of different reasons. And I really highly recommend you take a look at that. Okay, what happened here? Did I miss a slide? I must have just missed a slide. This is so how do you get started? So there's a couple of different ways of getting started. One is that you can purchase membership, which is $35. And then you can get whatever you wanted, and you get wholesale prices for the entire year. Or you can, our Endoterra will also put these packages together, and they have, kits, so they give you the best price. They package all the greatest oils to get started with, and you can do that too. And I just threw in a couple of different ones. This is probably one of the most popular kits because it has the 15 ml bottles, which you get about 250 drops with each of those bottles with a diffuser, and all the oils most of the oils that we talked about today. And you have some really great goodies this month if you decide to get started. Okay. This is the Healthy Start Kit. It's kind of our starter pack. You're going to get about 80 drops, 85 drops. It comes with a diffuser, of course, your wholesale membership. And when you get a kit, your membership is waived, so you don't have to pay that $35. So it just comes with a membership. And then you get my guidance and my oily goodness. And it's going to come right to your doorstep. Okay. And we're also, part of that is providing you education. We have education every Wednesday night called Wellness Wednesdays. We have multiple different classes that you have access to at any time. And there probably isn't a topic that you thought of that we don't have a recording on. So we have just a wealth of knowledge in our team. So this month, if you get started with 100 PV, which is 100 point value, not all products are the same, you're going to get the chance. If you order again next month, the same amount, you're going to get 100 free doTERRA dollars that following month. So in April. Okay. So this month, as well as if you purchase that 100 PV, you're going to get a free adaptive that we talked about that on the mental health line, which is, it smells amazing. You're going to love it. And then if you decide that you wanted to spend 200 PV, you're going to receive the adaptive digestion capsule, which supports your digestion. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? And you're going to get a Pebble diffuser. So it's like a lot of really goodies if you decide that that's something. And then, of course, you would be eligible to also get those 125 free in April, not 100. And then I just want to leave you with this. Your community is your support, right? But your mind is so powerful. And whatever you're drawn to is the way that what you're gonna attract. So if you think of blessings, you're gonna attract blessings. If they think of problems, you're gonna attract problems. And if you think positive and optimistic, all of those things are gonna come back to you. So that's hard when you're caregiving. It's hard when you're taking care of someone, when you're in a difficult situation, or in a situation like ours that we did not think that this was going to be the life that we had. We had a lot of things that we thought we were going to be doing as a couple when we first got married. And that was not to be. And God had very different ideas for us. And it's been a journey. but there's been so many blessings along the way. So I just want to thank you for joining me tonight. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. You can message me through all the ways, Instagram, Facebook, or if you have my phone number, or in this group. Along with, if you're really interested in something, we can chat about what's going to support you the most, and I can give you a personal shopping cart, and you can get that right to your doorstep, along with a welcome package and a resource book. So thank you for attending tonight. I really appreciate you. And as a caregiver, from one caregiver to another, whatever that looks like for you, you're doing a great job. And reach out to people when you need help. Be connected with people that are like-minded in your situation. The one thing that I learned very early on is to always connect with people that are a little ahead of you in the journey. So for us, it was people that had kids a little bit older than our kids, and they gave such great advice. So I encourage you to connect with those people, find those people, tell your story, because people need to hear your story. And thank you again, and have a great night.